What does it take for the son of immigrants, a democratic socialist, and a Muslim lawmaker to challenge the political establishment of one of the world's most powerful cities? Today, Zohran Mamdani is not just a rising politician, he is a symbol of a new generation reshaping American politics. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more deep, unbiased political stories from around the world. Zohran Mamdani was born in Kampala, Uganda, and raised in New York City. He comes from a deeply intellectual and artistic family. His father, Mahmoud Mamdani, is a world-renowned political theorist and professor known for his work on colonialism and African politics. His mother, Mira Nair, is an internationally acclaimed filmmaker, best known for films like Monsoon Wedding and The Namesake. Growing up between cultures, African, South Asian, and American, Zohran Mamdani was exposed early to conversations about inequality, power, culture, and justice. These influences helped shape a worldview rooted in empathy, global awareness, and social responsibility. He later attended Bowdoin College in Maine, where he studied Africana studies. During his college years, Mamdani became actively involved in student organizing, labor rights advocacy, and campaigns supporting marginalized communities. These formative experiences laid the foundation for his political identity, one grounded not in elite politics, but in grassroots activism. Zohran Mamdani's path into politics did not begin in government offices. It began in the streets and communities of New York City. Before holding public office, he worked as a housing counselor, helping low-income tenants fight eviction and navigate housing court. This first-hand experience with New York's housing crisis would become central to his political mission. In 2020, Mamdani ran for the New York State Assembly in the 36th District, representing parts of Astoria and Long Island City in Queens. Running as a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, he focused on issues often ignored by mainstream politicians: housing affordability, public transportation, and economic justice. Against significant odds, he won, becoming one of the first openly Democratic socialists elected to the New York State Legislature. Since then, Mamdani has positioned himself as a vocal advocate for working-class New Yorkers, challenging corporate influence and calling for bold structural reforms. As a state assembly member, Zohran Mamdani quickly gained recognition for his effectiveness and consistency. One of his most notable achievements has been his leadership on housing justice. He has pushed for stronger tenant protections, rent stabilization, and expanded funding for public housing. Mamdani has also been a leading voice on public transportation, supporting fare-free bus pilot programs and increased investment in transit equity for outer borough communities. In Albany, he has supported legislation aimed at canceling unjust medical debt, expanding worker protections, taxing extreme wealth to fund public services, and protecting immigrant communities. Unlike many politicians, Mamdani is known for maintaining close contact with his constituents, frequently holding town halls, canvassing neighborhoods, and prioritizing transparency. For supporters, his success lies not only in legislation, but in changing how politics is done, centering people over profit. At this point, we'd love to hear from you. Do you think Zohran Mamdani's approach to politics truly represents working-class communities? Share your thoughts in the comments. Respectful discussion is always welcome. Zohran Mamdani is a practicing Muslim, and he has spoken openly about being strong in his faith and proud of his Muslim identity. Rather than downplaying his religion, Mamdani has consistently affirmed that Islam is an important part of who he is, personally, culturally, and morally. He has said that his faith gives him a clear sense of responsibility toward justice, honesty, and standing up for those who are marginalized. The values he draws from Islam, including fairness, compassion, charity, humility, and resistance to oppression, are principles that strongly shape his approach to public service. For Mamdani, faith is not about imposing beliefs on others, but about guiding his own ethical choices and commitment to the public good. In a political environment where Muslim leaders are often pressured to hide or soften their identity, Zohran Mamdani's openness reflects confidence and sends a message that being proudly Muslim and fully American are not contradictions. In recent years, Zohran Mamdani has gained national attention beyond the New York State Assembly. He has emerged as a prominent figure in debates around Israel and Palestine, U.S. foreign policy, policing and public safety, the role of socialism in American democracy. Most notably, Mamdani has announced a campaign for mayor of New York City, positioning himself as a progressive alternative to establishment leadership. His campaign focuses on free public transportation, rent control and housing as a human right, universal child care, public ownership of essential services. This move has elevated him from a state legislator to a national political figure and intensified both support and scrutiny.
Zohran Mamdani inspires strong reactions on both sides. Supporters praise him as authentic, principled, courageous, unafraid to challenge powerful interests. They see him as a voice for young people, immigrants, and working-class communities long excluded from political power. Critics, however, argue that his policies are too radical. Democratic socialism is unrealistic. His foreign policy views are controversial. Media coverage often reflects this divide, portraying Mamdani either as a hopeful reformer or a disruptive force. What is undeniable is that he has become a central figure in conversations about the future of American cities and progressive politics. Zohran Mamdani represents more than a political career. He represents a shift toward younger leadership, toward multicultural representation, toward politics rooted in lived experience. Whether you see him as a bold reformer or a controversial challenger, his impact on modern American politics is already undeniable. The real question is this: is Zohran Mamdani a glimpse of America's political future or a challenge the system isn't ready to accept? If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, please like this video. It really helps support the channel. Subscribe for more in-depth political biographies and global stories you won't hear elsewhere. And most importantly, share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Zohran Mamdani's vision, or do you see things differently? Your support helps this conversation grow. Thank you for watching.